Hi guys, it's cutie number 3, Bleach chapter 516. Let's go. Starting from the tippity top. The Soul Society is now in shambles after Jabra, or I forgot his name. After the Quincy army left. They killed the captain commander and a few other people lost their bankai, as we are now understanding. So after Ichigo's called to Kurotsuchi's office, he tells him that he can't repair his Zanpakuto. So he's like, what do you mean? He lets him know that in order to repair Zanpakuto, you need the owners, Ryatsu, and you need to merge them. It's like that. So Ichigo's like, let's go. I'll give you my Ryatsu, whatever. I want to get my Zanpakuto back. And then, funny what Kurotsuchi tells him. I don't know which site you're reading it on, but if you're reading on manga here, he tells him, hush, grown-ups are still talking. So he really sees Ichigo as a little kid. So he lets him know that if the Zanpakuto breaks in Shikai, it can be repaired. If it breaks in Bankai, it can't be repaired to its former state. Like, it won't be the same ever. Here. So Ichigo's like, what? And he tells him that it varies from person to person. Kumamura's sword, they were so close that when he healed, the sword healed. So that was one case. And another was Ikkaku's sword, in which his never got back to even a fraction of how it used to be, which is here. Ichigo's in shock, and Kurotsuchi just reads through that secret like it's nothing. He's really a cold person, but I don't know, he's just one of my favorite creepy people, creepy manga characters. So he then asks about Renji's Bankai, and then he lets him know that most of the joints in the Zabumaru are still broken. Ichigo's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And then, what everyone has been asking for, wishing for, whatever, Khan comes back. And not only does he come back, Khan is now ripped. Why? I don't know, but I think he came on the ride with Ichigo's sister, because remember, his second youngest sister, it was learning to become a Shinigami, and Uruhara was going to be schooling her. So I think she brought Khan along, and I think Ichigo's in for a real big surprise. Anyway, Khan really just smashes into Ichigo face first, and it's too much. I can't handle it. Like, he's just ripped, and his face is still the same though. He didn't get surgery or anything. He just pumped up a lot. And he calls himself the King of New York. Kurotsuchi presses a button, and his muscles go away. Obviously, he's been experimenting with Khan. I wonder when he got Khan, because I didn't know Khan was in Soul Society. Anyway, maybe he's gonna play a part in combat now. Can you imagine Khan knocking some guys out? Kurotsuchi introduces this new term, the Zero Division. some of you might have heard it back when Bleach had a special non-canon, or it was canon, but it was some parts were non-canon. I think it was called "Turning Back the Pendulum," and that was the you know, we heard first time I heard about the Zero Division. Kurotsuchi tells Ichigo, follow him, and they're going to meet the Zero Squad. Now, like Ichigo said, I'm wondering why did they wait till Soul Society was in such chaos to really make their appearance. I know they're guarding the king, but is he really more important than all the people that are now dead in Soul Society? But as always, you gotta have your trump card hidden till everything falls apart. But I really thought the commander would be the last straw and they would bring out all of their trumps, but apparently the king is the last straw. So all the captains are waiting on the arrival of the Zero Squad. Hirako's there, everybody's there. Ichigo's really confused, like he's really looking really innocent right now. Usually he's really tense and serious, especially when something like this happens. His Zanpakuto's broken, he'll never achieve Bankai or Soul he stole, and this is, he's usually a very tense person, but you know, his eyebrows are unfurrowing slowly but surely. Kyoraku tells him about all of the reason behind all of the tactics and things like that, and then they arrive in a heavenly pillar, royal heavenly pillar, whatever, and they're all in this pillar. So these 5 arrive, and some of the faces look like they were kind of copied. They look kind of familiar for some reason. But we have one funny looking guy that looks like Usopp without the nose, Usopp. And then there's a girl, a woman, and pretty woman. And then there's a bald, bearded guy, and a skinny guy, and a chubby woman with little circles on her cheeks. I'm trying my best not to make a Naruto reference here. Okay? So we have these guys, and their combined power is greater than all the power of the Gosai 13 combined. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, and I'm excited to see their powers. I'm hoping that Ichigo gets a mentor out of all this. I'm guessing that he will. I'm guessing that somebody will have the heart to teach him how to get back his Zanpakuto, and I'm thinking that somebody would have heard about him by now and figure that this guy could be a real asset coming up. He can be a real asset in the future, so he needs to be trained more, obviously, but you still gotta wonder, what is this war really going to come to? Because Ichigo has a family member in the army that's trying to destroy Soul Society. So is this war really going to happen, or like what's going to happen? So it's wrapping up, it's coming to a close, and I think this war will give Ichigo some type of solid position in Soul Society, something solid. And I'm hoping that his sister does not become a Shinigami. Yeah, I don't want her to become a Shinigami. I think it'll just make things harder for Ichigo. I think that this war is too dangerous for her to fight in. She's not that experienced, but maybe she'll be all seriously powerful. Who knows? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. See you next week.